Gonna go ahead and pause here just to get an initial setting for everything, and already there's some things happening. So what I want to start noting immediately about their nonverbal communication is who is in charge in this situation, and it is West. If you watch how they're interacting, it becomes quite clear. So where it starts to highlight most in this specific first section is how they're holding hands. Obviously, especially if you're here on this channel, you know that nonverbal communication is not black and white. There's a lot of gray. So there are some loose interpretations of holding hands. However, mechanically speaking, if a person's going to take lead and walk in front ever or just take charge of the direction of walking, they will most of the time walk with their hand back facing forward, palm facing back. And as you can see, that is how Kanye is holding hands with Bianca. So that does make sense here that he is guiding this situation here as he's the one in charge of this. And what really also sends it even further is at the very beginning, you could see him as he's holding hands, he's holding her hand fairly tightly, and you could see him flex his wrist there at the very, very beginning. And this is a dominating behavior as well. Holding hands doesn't need to have that wrist flex in there. It's a change in roles from just a passive hand in front to now I'm controlling. To be able to have a little bit of context for that and a little bit of a contrast, this is what their hands look like when they're not in some sort of stressful behavior. You could see that they're quite relaxed when they're holding hands. It's still interlaced fingers, but the difference is that strain that Kanye has at the very, very beginning of the clip, letting us know he's the one in charge of this, at least so far. Let's continue.